right near the airport.
Oh, wonderful. Nice and central. Well, that's good news. Everybody gets to stay a little longer. The cruise ship folks all have to ship out this afternoon. So that's the Kauai Coffee Company down there. It's the largest coffee plantation in the United States with more than 4 million trees. They do a great free tasting and a walking tour down there. Very good coffee. Those of you who are going to the Big Island, check out Kona Coffee over there as well. Different tasting. Most people in Kauai will recommend Kauai coffee over Kona. I had Kona coffee first, and I've always liked it better, but Kauai coffee is very good. I'll definitely give them that. They've got fabulous chocolate-covered coffee beans that I'm addicted to. We're going to hop down into Hanapepe Valley here. Got our first waterfalls of the day coming up around the bend for you. One stands 360 feet tall and goes by the name Manawaiupuna, but you guys are probably more familiar with her nickname. We're about to go have a look at Jurassic Falls. There she is ahead. That's where they landed the helicopter in Jurassic Park.
Where's all this water come from?
All drainage from the center of the island up in the clouds to our left side. That's actually the top of our volcano. We're going to visit the volcano at the end of the tour. But it's one of the rainiest places in the world. Rains there almost every day, and it is enough water to continually feed many of the waterfalls on the island.
See the chopper down there?
Yeah, that one belongs to a buddy of the Robinsons. Sometimes we get lucky and see the Robinsons helicopter down there. They own the one that was in Jurassic Park. You will see helicopters in weird places on this island because about 70% of it, there's just no other way to get to. Now, because this is all privately owned, there's no way to see any of it except by helicopter. This is literally the Robinsons' backyard we're flying through. They were talking about developing some of it for tourism at one point, but decided against it. In Hawaii, it's a very strongly held value to maintain and preserve the land, the aina. The Robinsons aren't Hawaiian by blood, but they have been here for about 150 years. Definitely locals for all intents and purposes, so that's very important to them too.
I guess building access would be a big problem too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And a lot of the stuff that's done up in the hills needs to be done by helicopter. We have some power lines that bring power from Port Allen on the south side of the island, where our largest power plant is located, all the way to Princeville in the north. And there's not even a road next to the power lines. They're all serviced by helicopters. So, yeah, it gets pretty involved doing anything out in the rainforest here. The original descendant of the Robinson family to come to Kauai was a Scottish woman by the name of Eliza Sinclair. She lived most of her life in New Zealand and sailed here in 1863. A year later, she made the first land purchase for the family. She bought the island of Ni'ihau. That's the one we saw on the horizon earlier. We'll get a better view of it as we cross these mountains and continue west. It sits 17 miles southwest of Kauai, and it's the remnants of a second volcano that grew up right next to Waialeale, the one that formed this island. And Ni'ihau is known as the Forbidden Island. You're not allowed to set foot on it unless you were born there or invited by the Robinsons. That was a stipulation of the land deal when Eliza bought it, that it never be developed or made public. And she bought it from the king. This was a long time ago, way before Hawaii was a state. That'd take another 90 years. At the time, we were under the rule of King Kamehameha V, and he charged her $10,000 in gold for the island. which in today's money is only $150,000. Not bad for your own private island. You can't even get a house here for that much. She got 45,000 acres over there. There it is again off to your left side. You'll notice we have all these dead trees sticking up out of our forest everywhere. That is hurricane damage. More than a quarter century old. Hurricane Aniki came ashore here September 11th of 1992. The most devastating hurricane to ever make landfall in Hawaii, and it was a direct impact right on this island. So a quarter century later, we're still seeing remnants of that devastation. This is Olokele Canyon we're crossing. It is owned by the Robinsons. And the entire canyon was actually gifted into the family as a wedding present a little over 100 years ago.
It's spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah, not a bad wedding present. Didn't even know you could register for one of those. And if you watch Jurassic Park, the scene where Timmy's on the electric fence and he gets zapped, look behind him. You're looking right into Olokele Canyon. You're probably starting to notice a bit of a change in the landscape and the terrain, even the climate. We have 7 climate zones on this one little island, so you'll see some dramatic differences. We left on the east side, and the east and north sides tend to be the rainy sides. That's why they're so green and lush. South side around Poipu's the sunny side. We're heading out now to the southwest, where it's quite arid and desert-like. A lot like the southwest of the continental U.S., although it's more humid here.
Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine gonna wash my blues away.
We only get 6 to 10 inches of rain per year on this side of the island, which is pretty neat because the center of the island, again, that's one of the rainiest places on the planet, getting more than 450 inches per year. So a huge difference. We're just a few miles away.
And I was deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
And we're just leaving Robinson Land now and crossing into State Land. What you're looking at ahead of you is known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. Welcome to the Waimea Canyon.
Gabby.
If you look out at the canyon walls, you'll see horizontal striations in them. What you're seeing are individual layers of lava, separate eruptions of Mount Waialeale. That's how the island was formed, beginning a little over 5 million years ago. This is the oldest of the major Hawaiian islands, so it's had the most time for erosion to sculpt it. This canyon is a great example of that. The Waimea River cut through the canyon, and as it did, it exposed all the layers of lava to the air. Well, lava comes from the center of the earth, so it's very rich with iron. When that iron comes into contact with our humid, salty island air, it's going to oxidize or rust. That's where we get our red dirt from here on Kauai, just a bunch of rust.
Birds fly, and the dreams that you...
Remember, some of us are from Georgia. We're familiar with red dirt.
You know, I was thinking about that. I got 3 folks from Georgia on here. Do any of you know why the dirt in Georgia is red? I've never gotten an answer for that.
I assume it's iron ore in there.
I'll have to look that up one of these days, but it would absolutely make sense. Every place I know of on Earth so far that I've been able to find out exactly why it's red, there is some sort of iron content. I'm told there's a mountain in Australia that is so ferrous that the dirt is actually slightly magnetic, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's a place in Texas where it's red because of I think it's cinnabar, which is related to mercury.
Huh, interesting. That's why Po'o falls off your right side. He stands 800 feet tall, little bit more than double the height of Jurassic Falls. This one you can hike to. You can actually see some little hikers on top of the cliff there. One's wearing an orange shirt. The canyon trail takes you from the north rim ahead of us down to the top of the waterfall, about a 3.6 mile round trip.
Watch them bloom for me and you.
And Susan and Michael coming around the left side for y'all.